Hello, I am Petra Mindfulness, a mindfulness-based cognitive therapy trainer, and I'm glad today to be collaborating with We Connect, a project by the Feed Them Charity Foundation to support you in your well-being. In the next few minutes, I would like to share with you a bit about my passion, which is mindfulness. Sometimes we get overwhelmed with whatever is going on around us, and this can cause anxiety. It can cause us to worry, stress, we might even get angry a bit more easily. How can we help ourselves in the midst of all this? One way of doing this is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is awareness that we bring to our emotions, awareness of the present moment, but the key is non-judgmentally. How can we do this? Through practicing both meditations, and this is what I do when I give mindfulness courses, introducing you to different types of meditations, and also through informal practice. And that means using our senses, and this is especially used a lot with children, for example, but we adults can do this as well. How? I invite you all to sometimes slow down in your lives if this is possible. Maybe when you're simply taking a shower, brushing your teeth. Connect to the act that you're doing at that time. Feel the sensation as you're brushing your teeth. Taste the toothpaste. Smell the soap as you're washing. When you're opening the window, look at the sky, at the clouds. Feel the air on your face. Take a couple of baby deeper breaths at that time. Whether we're stuck at home or we're still out, life is still fast sometimes. And these simple mindful moments in our day, which we can do at different times of the day, can help ground you so that you go out of that thinking, doing mode and into the being mode, where you slow down and you notice any sensations in your body. And sometimes you might even catch yourself thinking certain thoughts which might be not necessarily beneficial for you, and they might translate even into pain in your body. In fact, today I'd like to share with you a meditation which is called the body scan. When we do a body scan, we gradually go through different parts of our body to bring awareness to those different areas and just see what is. The first thing that we can do before that is bringing a bit of attention to our breath. The one thing, in fact, that is always with you wherever you go is your breath. And the simple act of breathing out can remind you that sometimes in life we can let go. Just feeling the air coming out. It can be a really deeply relieving thing for us. If we manage to do this, either if we're feeling overwhelmed with a lot of worries, or if somebody is maybe making us feel angry, stopping, slowing down, and breathing. So, we have mentioned two different mindful ways of helping ourselves in our lives. The one way, the formal practice of mindfulness, is meditation, which I love sharing, in fact, even on my personal page, my Facebook page, which you can see here, Awake number 2, Life, Mindful Living by Bubbly Me. The second mindful way is by slowing down at certain points in time in the day, to bring awareness to our senses, to the colors that we're seeing, to the touch of objects. Maybe you have a pet, you can stroke your pet, or simply feeling the texture of your hair, the texture of your clothes. These are helping us to ground ourselves in the present moment. Slow down and maybe snap out of the automatic negative thinking that sometimes can lead to stress and to anxiety. Let's practice a mindful meditation. Now, there are different types of meditations. The mindfulness meditation is not hypnosis, it's not drifting away into another land. It's simply bringing awareness to me right now. How am I feeling? What am I thinking? And noticing maybe if there's any judgment of how I'm feeling right now. The mindful pose that I'll invite you to bring is either seated, imagining you have a ribbon at the top of your head, with your legs uncrossed, your hands either flat on your lap or face up, or as one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. You may also lie down on the bed, face up, if maybe you suffer from back problems and it's uncomfortable to sit down. Now you gently lower your gaze or close your eyes. There's nothing to do for the next few minutes. And taking your attention to the sound of the bell. The vibrations guide us inwards and help us realize that now it's time to slow down. Taking a couple of conscious breaths, noticing where you feel the air, maybe entering from the nostrils or from the mouth. Noticing the temperature of the air as it enters, maybe the subtle difference as you're breathing it out. And as we go inwards, I invite you to zoom in. Just like with a camera, you're zooming in to your body, zooming in right now to your face, noticing the sensation of the eyes closed. If there are any sounds that are distracting, bringing your awareness back to the present moment, back to the body. Sometimes there can be thoughts which distract us. And again, when a thought comes, noticing the thought, just like you did with that sound, and gently guiding yourself back to your body, seated here. Right now, focusing on my eyes, maybe softening the gaze, moving down to the nostrils, which are receiving the air and letting it go. The mouth and the jaw, we tend to keep a lot of tension in the jaw area. Is it maybe possible to soften your jaw? Maybe even keeping the mouth open. And moving down as you breathe to the shoulders. Again, another area where we put a lot of tension. Moving down from the shoulders, noticing any sensations in the spine, in your back, which keeps you upright all day. Imagining maybe that you can breathe into your back, taking the breath all the way down to the bottom of your back. Breathing into your legs, noticing any sensations in the legs. Moving down to the knees. Observing the feet, maybe grounded on the floor. And the sensation of the toes as they touch your shoes or the floor or the chair. And finally, as we're breathing here, bringing awareness to the fingers, any tingling in your fingers right now or numbness. And if there's no sensation, observing the fact that yes, there's no sensation. Noticing the tendency of the mind to want to label something as good or bad, to judge. Maybe even noticing any feelings of impatience. We are not used to sitting here. This might make us feel nervous or impatient. That's fine as well. It's simply our body talking to us, our mind talking to us right now. And when this happens, when we notice any thoughts or judgments, bringing our attention back to the breath, back to the body. Maybe connecting to the feeling of gratitude that we've taken some time to bring awareness to what is. Slowly moving the fingers and the toes. When we hear the bell, opening the eyes. I'm glad to have been able to support you through this charity for more emotional well-being. And I invite you all to follow more of this if you'd like to on Facebook. Thank you. And Petra Spiteri tells you bye-bye.